strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Women move and men follow. Put your hand up to the and thunder.
Namaste and catch my family, and welcome to another Team Light Interviews. I am here with my brother, Mr. Nate Zeleznick. What up, my brother?
Rion, it's been way too long, man. I have missed you.
I know, bro. I know. It's crazy. You know, there's all these new and exciting things coming up, and I know that you've been not only from conferences but just speaking events, and I know you've been super busy over at Integrated Ascension Method. And I thought this is just, a really good opportunity to talk about the light. And I know you were an expert on discussing, not only when someone says light, like what exactly are you talking about? Are you talking about someone's vibration? Are you talking about how fast they're oscillating? Are you talking about their meridians? And I know that you've got some special techniques that you want to share with our family out here across planet Earth. So what's going on, brother? What are some of the new techniques and things that you'd like to share?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that because, if you look just on the quantum physics side of things, everything is light. Everything is light. And what's fun is if you look at like subatomic particles, what science has been able to look at is seeing them phasing in and out of existence about 1/septillionth of a second. So what that means is, yes, when we talk about our vibration, our harmony, our oscillation, it's faster than we can possibly imagine. But what that really does is that means that every septillionth of a second, if you think about it, we're able to make a choice to choose how we're going to be showing up in the world and how we can actually create reality using our mind. And I know that's a huge concept for a lot of people, but not for this group. And when it comes
Yes.
down to light, even Einstein said that everything is light and it's slowed down so that we can perceive it. And the thing is that a lot of people want to broadcast more light. They want to be able to illuminate more of their world. And also, the more light that we have within ourselves, or the brighter that is, the healthier our body will be. And so, with the integrated ascension method, that's really, honestly, it's stepping into the science of mixing ancient wisdom that helps increase our light, mixed with modern science that I mean, we're living in such an amazing time right now
Hmm.
that if you take the meditations and the hard style hypoxic energy building breath work of the integrated ascension method and you mix it with things like vibroacoustic therapy or brainwave entrainment through scientific sounds, one of the most amazing binaural beats technologies in the world, pyramid meditations. And I don't know anybody except for some amazing people on this call
Right.
that work with pyramids, and that energy and the scalar energy that comes from pyramids to help us really magnify our light is incredible. That's just a couple of the things that I do. And it all comes down to one basic thing: how can we be the very best, healthiest, strongest,
Hmm.
most aware, and have the biggest contribution? How can we do this the most in our life every single day? Because I don't think we came here by accident. We're all here for a purpose,
Hmm.
and helping people wake up to what that is, but not just wake up to it, but be able to fulfill it by having more light and more energy. That's my purpose.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, brother. The main thing with operating, obviously, in these densities down here in the third density, and we're working on getting towards the fourth density, as we begin to oscillate faster with different light codes, let's just say coming from the sun, the main thing that we can do to support our, biodiversity on this planet, but also within our own bodies, our own, heliospheres of awesomeness, right? Our spirals of change is to truly give your body the opportunity to assimilate some of these new frequencies, to
Yeah,
absorb more light. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. When everyone, when you first wake up, the main thing I say is like, hey, it's time to detox. Hey, let's get those heavy metals out of your body. Hey,
yeah,
less processed foods. Hey, you know, everyone's body, when you were born beautiful, right? Let's say, yeah, everyone got here born beautiful, ready to rock, and a lot of our gifts, especially when we were younger, they were on. Your third eye was on. You had imaginary friends. Your throat chakra's on. Your heart's on. You're a little walking transceiver down here. And in this density and some of the, occupational, turds, let's just say, that program some pretty dense stuff for the population on this planet. What I can
yeah,
say is now is the time to kind of pull off all of those layers that have been slowing you down and really get into why you're here, your purpose, and how you can actually live a brighter and, more present future for you and your family. So, I think that's the most important thing right now is like when someone turns their light on, it has a cascading effect on all of their relations, friends, families, villages, towns, cities. So, the more people that really, process what they need to process, work towards what they need to work towards, but really just get down to the truth of what makes you happy, what makes your
mm,
inner child happy. How do I get my body and my mind and my spirit where I want it to be? Not wishing it to be something it's not, but how do I take those steps to becoming, a greater beacon of light? And what are some of the physical things I need to do and practices I need to do to assist with that? So I know, brother, you're an
mm.
expert in this. This is your, corner of awesomeness. What are some things that people can do to directly assist them raising their vibration and letting in more light?
That's what a wonderful question. So when we think about our body, yes, it's important that we do the things to take care of the vessel so that we can experience life on this planet. But the first hermetic principle is the universe is mental, right? So it starts up here. I love what you talked about, Rion, where you have people wake up in the morning and you remind them detox. But a lot of people aren't aware of this. The number one way that we detox heavy metals and negativity and all detoxification for our body is through our breath. Over 70% of all the toxins in your body are released out your breath. but we actually have an epidemic of people breathing terribly on this planet. Humans are one of the only, well, I think we're the only creatures that don't have a way of breathing properly to help our health become better. In fact, from studies that I've read, over 200 different health conditions have been directly attributed to improper breathing. 200. So if we can breathe and make ourselves sick, it makes sense that there are ways that we could breathe and make ourselves well or keep ourselves in a state of wellness, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and, as I share my screen, here we go. All right. Just to introduce myself in case you don't know who I am, my name is Nate Zeleznick, founder of the Integrated Ascension Method. And for over 25 years, I have been one of the only people in the West allowed to steward a very special, unique, royal, and ancient form of meditation, martial arts, hypoxic, hard style, inner power breath work, unlike anything else on the planet, meditations that can actually unlock superhuman Jedi type abilities, which we've proven to science over and over, and then also energetic healing and wellness. And it's all about our light, right? But most people are like this, honestly. And if you're out there and you're like this, no fault, no judgment. I love you. But most people are broadcasting only the light that their torch will allow, and they're kind of stumbling around in the dark. Through the integrated ascension method, qigong, breath work, through Rion's practice, through some amazing things out there, we can start to become this battery where we can recharge it and we can kind of direct that light where we want a lot more powerfully than a torch. But my goal is to help everybody out there who is willing to actually do the work and wants to learn something new, who's tired of being burned out, who wants to actually be able to mm, palpably experience this light and broadcast it at will, become this, so that they can step in and they illuminate everything, not just for themselves, but for other people as well. And this is a skill because, Rion, like you mentioned, we all come in as these babies and we're perfect. And yes, we're a blank slate. We do that for a reason. Our soul does that for a reason, right? So we can have a full on movie and not have it ruined by understanding what's at the credits. But when we're here, we have this opportunity to really grow. And most people don't. Most people simply get by and they think it's all about reproducing and making the money and having the trappings and then dying. And
Mhm.
there's nothing after that, or they're hoping that there is. But what if you could actually tap in reliably to more of your higher nature? Because we're only a fraction of what we really are, meaning we
Right.
only experience the smallest fraction. And so, what I'd like for everybody to do, if you're driving, don't do this. If you're flying a plane or slacklining in Moab, like 500 feet above the ground, don't do this. But I'd like to have everybody have this opportunity to actually see where you're at breath wise, because that's the most important process for our longevity. It's also how we harness chi. Prana literally means breath. Pneuma in Greek means breath. Qigong means breath work, one of the translations. So our breath is the most important thing, but most people neglect it. From the moment we're born till the second we die, it's the most important biological process to keep us alive. And yet we ignore it unless we're, say, having duress or we're having like an asthma attack or COVID, or we're someplace where we're not able to breathe. Maybe it smells bad, whatever. But every day, 29,000 times a day, we have the opportunity to harness more energy and more light in our body, to detox. It helps us lose weight. It helps us calm our system down. There's no reason not to breathe properly other than just not being mindful. So, what I'd love to have everybody do, if you're in a place where you're safe, you can see this timer here. When the timer gets to 0, I'm just going to have you inhale and hold your breath. I just want you to pay attention to where you're at on this timer. You're not going to hear any sounds or anything, but you'll be able to watch this timer and just notice when you start to have that feeling of, I need to breathe. And then by all means, breathe out and continue breathing. I just want you to notice how long you can hold your breath. Okay. So here we go. Okay, good. And inhale and hold your breath. Now we're going to go for about a minute and a half. And I want for everybody out there just to notice and even write it down. Like if you can, write it down. how long was I able just to hold my breath at any given moment? Okay, so we got a third of the way there where we're going to stop. Notice any tension in your body. Notice the signals and the thoughts that your brain is producing right now as you're doing something it doesn't like. Here's 1 minute. Yeah. I'm going to keep going for 30 more seconds. I'm sure out there we have some people with a pretty good lung capacity, which is great. I'm not going to give you all 5 minutes, okay, but just a minute and a half so that you can just gauge where you're at, like what it feels like and the level of oxygen deprivation or starvation, or I would say activation that you're feeling there. Okay. We're coming up on 1:30. Okay, beautiful. Oh,
Still
that's my
holding.
nice.
Still holding. Still
Still
holding.
holding. Okay, awesome. That's great.
Woo!
By
Okay, okay.
all
Oh,
means, I
yeah,
hope.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I hope stop the share. That's awesome. So just notice where you were.
Whew.
Just notice. Just want to notice how you were. Okay.
That I felt it. I definitely
Yeah.
felt it. And I thought you were gonna do it with me. You're sitting there sipping on coffee. I'm over here,
Yeah.
I'm dying over here, kids. Okay,
Absolutely.
no.
I do this every morning. I'm already done for
All
the
right,
day.
I'm here,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, no, all right. So, all right, so that was. It's not as easy. I was like,
That's before.
go ahead.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
before. So
Yes.
now what I want everybody to do is you get an opportunity to really expand your ability to hold your breath. Now, think about it this way, that if you have two jars, you have a quart jar and a 2-quart jar, the 2-quart jar is going to hold a lot more.
Mhm.
Well, especially as we get older, for those of you over the age of, say, 30 or 40, you may have noticed that take a little bit longer to warm up your muscles. Maybe your muscles aren't naturally as quickly limber as they were when you were in your teens and 20s, right?
Mhm.
That's a normal part of the body's aging process. But we also have these muscles in between our ribs called the intercostals. And we have this fascia, which binds every part of our body. But both of these things can get adhesions and they can both start to tighten up as we age. And we're using our lungs. But if I told you that studies that I've read have shown that only about, well, 90%, it says 90% or more of the human population only uses about 15% of their lung capacity. That's it. That means
Wow.
we're breathing very slow, very shallowly. We're not breathing consciously and we're not keeping those muscles and that fascia stretched out. So we lose our lung capacity very quickly, starting at about age 30. I'm going to help everybody out there in just a couple minutes get this back. And if you do this for even 3 minutes every single morning, you're going to notice very quickly how much more energy you have, how much better your body feels, how much better your cardio and your stamina improves. Just a couple minutes. These are muscles that we don't ever exercise. You won't find a gym class on this. But if you want to ask me, if you cut off my arm, I'll be really mad, but I will be alive. If you take
Wow.
away my ability to breathe, I'll be really mad and I won't be alive. So I consider
Mhm.
this to be more important than hitting your Pilates or your CrossFit. But if you
Mhm.
do both of those things, any of those, with this, it's going to make a huge difference. So, what we're
All right.
going to do, everybody, is I want you to be in a place where you are not going to be, first of all, disturbed or endangering yourself or anybody else. I want you to be just sitting on a chair. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale through our mouth as fully and as powerfully as we can. And then we're going to do something that in the free diving world, the people who are the masters at breath holding, we're going to do what's called lung packing. Now, it's important that you do this the right way. It's almost going to be like you're a fish out of water. So we're going to inhale and then we're going to use our mouth and we're going to take more into our mouth and we're going to squeeze our cheeks and fill our lungs up even more. Okay, so we're going to, it looks weird and it feels even more weird, because you've probably never done this, but then I want you to hold your breath once you pack, and then we're going to do a certain kind of stretch to help lengthen those muscles, okay? So everybody, I want your arms down to your side like this. All we're going to do is we're going to go inhale through our mouth and pack the lungs more, 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 more. And now I want you to push your chest forward, shoulder blades come together, close your eyes, and I want you to stretch your chest, feeling all those muscles in between your ribs stretch. We're going to hold it for another 10, 9, stretch, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale slow like this. Let the pressure come off easily. Okay. All right, good. First one. And normally we'll do like a full warm up, so some push ups, some jumping jacks, really get things warmed up before we do this. But I think you'll notice a difference already. Here we go. Let's do it again. Take your arms down to the sides. We're going to inhale more, pack the lungs with the mouth, stretch forward, try to touch your shoulder blades together in the back, push the chest forward and up, close your eyes, relax your face, really get that good stretch through the whole chest cavity. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Good. Now I'm going to have you take an arm underneath your armpit like this, put them right there. I'm going to have you reach up over the top. Now, when you do this, I'm going to have you not just reach up, I'm going to have you reach over to the side, but I don't want you to bend at the waist. I want you to bend right here in the solar plexus. So your armpit goes straight up and you reach up over the top with your arm. Okay. So here we go. Put your arm on a hand under your armpit, arm straight up. Inhale, more, pack, more, more, and stretch. And hold your breath and lean over. Close your eyes. Really feel like your armpit is going straight up in the air. So you're really stretching the ribs, not the spine. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Arm comes back to vertical. Good. Keep breathing slowly in through the nose and out through the mouth. Notice already how your chest is feeling more limber. As you breathe in, it's easier and less constricted. Here we go. Let's do it again. Arm up. Inhale through the mouth. More. Pack. More, 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 more. And stretch. Close off the glottis. It should be a sealed system. Really stretch. Eyes closed. Really feel that stretch upward through the ribs. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale. All the way out. Slowly breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Other hand goes up, other hand goes to the armpit. Good. We're going to go in through, inhale through the mouth. More. Pack, 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 and stretch. Once again, envisioning your armpit going straight up. Okay, so you're not stretching the spine as much as you are stretching and extending the distance between the ribs. 10, 9, eyes closed. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Come back to arms straight up. Slowly breathe in through the nose. Fully. And exhale out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Now I'm going to have you put your arm straight back up in the air, arm underneath, and inhale. More. Pack, 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 and stretch. Eyes closed. Really focus on that stretch in the ribs. And we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Good. Okay. Very good. Now, the next one that we're going to do, the last one we're going to do, is going to be stretching the ribs and the spine out the back. So I'm going to have you take your hands together, kind of like the Charlie's Angels pose, right? And I'm going to have you stretch forward like so. Now, we inhale, we're going to pack our lungs, and then we're going to stretch forward from the middle of the back, not bending over at the waist. I want you just to stretch forward and imagine like your backbone is coming out the back and you're tipping your shoulder blades forward. Okay, so you want to stretch all the way out the back from the middle of your back. Here we go. Let's put our hands together like so. I'm going to stretch out front. Close your eyes. Inhale. Pack, back, pack, pack, and stretch. Try to relax your face and neck. Keep the tension and the blood pressure out of your head. Really focus on stretching your back backward through the back of your back, right? A lot of backs in this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Now, for voltage and currency issues, let's go ahead and we're going to switch our fingers over. Might feel a little bit weird, but we're going to go for the opposite side. Okay, just flip them over. Good. Stretch your arms out. Breathe in. Pack, 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 and stretch. Really feel your shoulder blades tilting forward, the spine coming out the back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Very good. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So now as you slowly breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, I want you, without any tension or stretching, just breathe in and notice how much easier it is now that you stretch those muscles out a little bit. We didn't even warm up, but when you do, oh my God, this is incredible. And then just breathe normal, okay? Just this idea. Now, I'm going to have everybody close your eyes, and we're going to do just about 4 rounds of what is called the perfect breath, which is a 5.5-second inhale, 5.5-second exhale. This has been shown for the human nervous system to put us into homeostasis faster than any other breath method. So we're not in parasympathetic rest and digest. We're not in sympathetic fight or flight. Both of those require a lot of energy. It's best to be right in the middle, in that place where we actually reach the kind of the null point where our body is actually totally relaxed. So close your eyes, let your shoulders drop, and begin breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1. Out the mouth. 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1. Fully. 3, 4, 5. Exhale fully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Very good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen again. So that way you can actually drop back in with the time. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Take a nice breath in and just hold it. Notice as you close your eyes how your body feels. Notice any tension you've been carrying. Let it go as you relax more. Feeling the blood pumping through your body. Your body is being nourished by this amazing light and energy you just took in. Feeling this love for life, gratitude for having this amazing body. We're almost to a minute. Here's 1 minute. Keep going if you can. If you've already exhaled, please just write down where your time was. Notice what the difference was. I'm going to go to 2 minutes on this timer because I have a feeling a lot of you out there may even push the limits of that. Good. We're almost at 145. We're going to go for 15 more seconds. Just notice where your breath has to be let go and taken back in. 5 seconds left. And there we go at our 2 minute mark. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was two. I mean, hey,
Good.
I
That's
mean,
fantastic. Fantastic. I love
yeah,
it.
I
And
was
just,
sitting there like, I was like,
yeah.
well, I've surfed before, so when you get waves crash on, you get pushed underwater, you got to be able to hold your breath. But that's
No
it's
options.
been a hot second since I had to hold my breath for 2 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
Good. Well, and you did
Whew.
great. I mean, most people don't make it quite to 2 minutes, but hopefully everybody out there, hopefully you did. And,
Yeah.
you know, this is one thing that, we have these different senses in our body, right? We've got our smell, taste, touch, all the major survival five.
Mhm.
But this is something actually I get to, I'll share this again just really quickly because this is kind of a cool thing that I found out a little while ago that we have, there we go, five senses. Now, most of us here in the Team Light world would
We got
all
more
love
than
to be
five. We got more than five senses for
exactly.
sure. Yeah.
Love to be a Jedi, right? But that was a galaxy far away long ago. But many of us have also heard of the Jedi, the ancient Egyptian mystics, right? And in ancient Egypt, they said that we have 360 senses, not five.
Wow.
360. And that's what they would train children how to use from the time we're born. But as we know, there was a massive memory wipe of humanity that happened thousands of years ago.
Many.
Right. And ancient Egyptians, they had light bulbs there. I mean, obviously the scalar technology, and Rion can tell you all about that way more than I can, but the energy that is generated, whether it's a Russian pyramid, Nubian or Giza pyramid, these are all just amazing technologies that they had, but they also use their body in different ways. And so for those of you out there that may be too young to remember this and maybe never actually saw it, there's an amazing documentary called The Matrix. I I highly
It came out in
recommend.
1999. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
So.
when this is what I love doing is helping people shine their light, which is very apt that this is the shining light right here. But in the movie The Matrix, man breaks out of the illusion of being controlled by these sentient computers, right? And in this part of the movie, I just want to point this out because when people do the integrated ascension method, especially my LEAP program, my do it yourself at home, passed down from the royal family of Java breathwork program, this is how most of us report feeling. Like we're bending reality.
Hmm. That's
And
how I wake. That's how I wake up in the morning, Nate. Every morning, I just, ooh, no.
absolutely.
Yo. I'm in my pyramid, just
Yeah,
yeah, like
sure.
oh boy,
Absolutely. And so, and Rion, I'll talk to you more about this, brother, because
Mhm.
there's a big convention coming up next year over Labor Day for the Pyramid Spiritual Society Movement, PSSM.
Yes,
And they have massive following. And it's all about meditating with a pyramid on your head every single day. Um,
got it.
and, and I've been doing that for 15 years. And I finally came across a group where there's about 50 million people that do it worldwide.
Whoa, right. And when I was referencing, that was deep. What I was referencing was when you were going through your training,
Yeah.
how your heart, tell them about that. When you're going through the highest levels of your training and your Sifu's like, shit, his heart stopped. Like, tell them, that's the story I was hoping for.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I just wanted to start off with I've had many different, I guess you'd say, near death experiences in a way. But during 2007, during my test in Indonesia, which for certain ranks in this martial art, there is only one place in the world you can earn that rank. There's only one time of the year that the testing takes place for senior trainers. And I was there with one of my younger brothers, and this was the national test. And for this, we test all night long. This is Central Java. So it is like hot, literally hot as hell during the day. And so we test all night long. And so we're blindfolded. Everybody is blindfolded doing their movement test. And they put me next to a diesel generator that was helping to power the lights across this like a football, sorry, soccer field size testing grounds with all the people testing.
Right.
And I tested for about 4 hours straight with this black smoke blowing in my face. And when they said a magic word in Indonesian, it's selesai. Selesai means stop. I collapsed, but I was still standing and I saw my body collapse. And I just thought to myself, oh shit. Because I knew what had happened after having numerous astral projections. I knew my body couldn't take it anymore. And so my brother and one of my trainers dragged me off, and I'm sitting there aware of them dragging me off the testing field. Medical crews are running, they're splashing water, slapping me, and I keep hearing my instructor there saying, come back, man, come back, man. And he pumped up his chi and he put his hands on my chest and flooded my body with energy. And I had this choice, Rion. I was like, do I stay or do I go? That's a great song whenever I hear that song.
Should I
Should I
stay?
stay or should
Should I
exactly?
go now? Hey, we've all, every star seed on this planet has a special meaning for that song. Let me tell you.
Without a doubt. And you can see what I chose because I'm still here, but I came back for two reasons. Number one, I wasn't going to let my brother deal with my dead body in a foreign country. But second of all, my mission was not complete.
Mm.
That my business, like even just the mission of the integrated ascension method, is to empower leaders, influencers, pro athletes, people who can really move the needle for millions of people and influence them to take the steps necessary, not to just survive, but to thrive in the coming ecological and societal changes that are happening right now. Right now, we
Right.
don't have time to waste. We don't have time to wait. We have to. That's human nature, right? Run at the cliff and just keep running at the damn cliff. We don't have time to wait to make our bodies and our energy and our light and our consciousness strong enough to come and really move through with grace and with power what's coming. And that's why I do what I do. And without taking too much time, I'd love to tell everybody just a little bit about what I have for them, because I have a
Cool.
gift for everybody. And
Yes.
so this is something that I'm really uh, okay, and this I'm going to go right to this one right here because I saw a podcast a little while ago, and I think many of us have seen this short. And Bradley, who's a very famous motivational speaker and advisor, he's talking with these people on their podcast, and he says, "Okay, so if I came to you with $1 million and I gave it to you, what would you say? How would you feel?" And the guy who's the podcaster, he said, "I'd be very grateful. I'd say thank you." And he said, "Okay, great. Well, what if I came to you and I said, I'll give you the million. Wait, I'll give you 10, but today's your last day. Would you take $10 million knowing that today was your last day and you die tonight?" And the guy's like, absolutely not. So he flipped it on him and he said, so what you're telling me is that every day you wake up is worth more than $10 million. And the guy says, absolutely. He's like, well, then why the hell aren't you treating it like that? Why aren't you waking up and instead of bitching and moaning about your problems. Oh, I got bills and I don't feel good today, or I've had my relationship problems. You got up. You got up. You're already winning. And so for me, I like to pose this question and kind of poke the bear of the population of humans we all get into that, right? I do too, and I pull myself out. But how much is one day worth for you? Another sunrise, having time with somebody you love, reconnecting and repairing a relationship, petting a little dog, kissing a baby. we have these opportunities every single day, but we're asleep most of the time, and we didn't come here to be asleep.
Yep.
So, what I want everybody to do out there is you just pull out your phone. You just take this QR code. I've got a special gift for you. All right. So this gift is my energy shielding and perfect breath class, which you just do this, and I'm going to have you click the send text on your phone, and then you just send me, and this is important, your full name and your best email. We all have 10 emails, right? So give me the best one that I can send this to you. Your full name, not just your first, full name, best email, and I will actually send this out to you right to your inbox. You'll be able to have me at your fingertips teaching this energy shielding that I learned a long time ago that's helped hundreds of my students, if not thousands, I'm sure more. And then also this perfect breath, like we did, but it's going to lead you into a deep meditative state. And when you do this, I'll also give you the opportunity to do something really special here with Rion, because I love Rion. I love the Team Light community. You guys have always been so great to me. I'm blessed to be able to contribute whatever I can to all of you who are actually spreading the light and are actually doing the work and are actually the people that will lead all of the human species, all of us into, I wouldn't even say the species, the human soul into the
Our
future.
human soul family into the future of awesomeness.
Absolutely. So what this is, I want to introduce everybody to my Leap Advanced program. And I taught Rion and a couple other amazing uh, soul brothers this in Sedona, just a part of it, just a little bit of and everybody's energy sensitivity went off the charts.
Are you
And
talking about the Garuda?
yes, sir.
Oh, hey, it's no
Yeah,
joke. It's no joke.
it's no joke. And so this is the most comprehensive hypoxic inner power breath work course that you will ever find online. It's got 20, well, with my expert, it has 34 classes, 26 modules, and it is the actual inner power breath techniques directly taught, descended from the king of Java until the 11th generation heirs, the royal family heirs who taught me. And so when you do this, you just even can go to natez360.com, and Rion's going to put all that stuff into the show notes so
Yeah.
you can actually take a look at it. What this is going to do is it allows people to power up their energy almost instantly. And the toxins that I was telling you about releasing, you will feel so fresh and so clean in 10 minutes or less. And a lot of people are like, I don't have enough time, or I don't want to try something new. I'm too busy. I'm like, okay, what if there was a way that actually was a force multiplier, like a supercharger for anything else you do? And it took 10 minutes a day to 10x, 20x, infinitely x your results in other areas. Would you take 10 minutes? And most people are like, yeah, okay, great. That's what that LEAP program does. And then I'm also going to start doing this. And Rion, you're just hearing about this now for everybody out there. I'm starting regularly scheduled classes where you'll be able to actually go through these programs with me. And I'll kind of get back to what I was doing for 20 years before COVID shut our school down, and teaching people directly through this integrated ascension method. And it's time.
Bro,
Everybody, it's
hey,
time.
I greatly appreciate you even having that service to offer humanity,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just there's no one else out there. The Garuda is no joke. So if
Yeah.
you guys practice that, that is a serious it's like for me, it's like I'm already jacked up. I'm always like ready to go. So
Yeah.
you do
Right.
that on top of it. I'm like, oh goodness gracious. And just practicing the breathing techniques, even when you're at the gym working out, lifting heavy weight, whatever it is, it's all about how you integrate different skill sets into your daily life that improve everything that you do. So that's really what this is. If you take a piece of this and a piece of that, and you start integrating things into your life and how you just your stretching changes, your breath work changes when you have something else that you're learning that's actually been used for, I don't know, centuries. I mean, how long has that been taught? Thousands of years?
Over 500 years
Over
is what
500 years. So
Yeah.
with that, my brother, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, and a little sneak attack over here at Team Light Interviews.
Love it.
What was I going to say? Me and Nate are still in discussions about our conference, March 29th and March 30th. There will be a post-conference, the 31st and the 1st into April 2025. we're putting that schedule together. Obviously, I'd love to have my brother Nate there. We'll let you guys know how that part plays out. But definitely get your guys' tickets. It's going to be insane. This thing coming up next March. And I didn't even know this, Nate. We always do our big events on either a solar eclipse or a full eclipse. Did you know there's a partial eclipse March 29th, 2025? I didn't even know that when I selected those dates. So we'll be dancing with the Leo King, crushing it when we take over the whole high school. We're in the gymnasium. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I don't know. We're going to be dancing. I just see red carpets, flights, slides, flash, just like everyone's having a great time. And I just want to express that to everyone. Come on out. You guys can check that out at teamlightstore.com/events. And my brother, what's your website? So everyone, and I'll put it here. What's the website for you?
I have to say I was very lucky in the fact that I was able to get what I think for energy workers is probably the sexiest website you could get. It's iampure.energy.
Whoa, that's pretty fire. I am pure.energy. Okay.
Here's the cool thing. When you go there, if you go and get that LEAP program or any of my online stuff, I don't know. I made a coupon code just for you guys. It's only for Team Light people. It's Rion 20. So RION 20. You get 20% off anything. So
boom.
And that's my gift to you because it's you guys.
Hey, listen, we live in the land of coupons, man. Sales and coupons. I'm like, hook it up. Give me. Don't retail. Every single day, I'm like, retail me not. Give me the coupon. Yes. Give me the sale. Even the sale that's going on right now at teamlightstore.com. It comes with a free gift. I can't stop giving free gifts and things to my family because I know you guys are helping. And thank you so much for all the feedback. We just love you guys out there across planet Earth. So until next time, my brother, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
On a hippie trailhead full of zombies, I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, "Do you come